Welcome to episode 296 of the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm going over the Los Angeles Chargers more than likely going to hire Brian Daboll, the Bills' current offensive coordinator. It has been said and released that after Buffalo's season comes to an end, that Brian Daboll will be reaching an agreement with the Los Angeles Chargers. However, before I get into that topic, I will go over our question of the day for you Chargers fans. Who is the all-time receiving leader for the Los Angeles Chargers / San Diego Chargers franchise in general? Stay to the end to find out the answer. I expect some of you Chargers fans to know this. So getting more into the topic, Buffalo Bills came over a huge win over the Baltimore Ravens in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs yesterday. So Brian Daboll won't be joining them just yet because the Bills season is still continuing on. But Chargers fans, expect the offensive coordinator to come there soon and become your new head coach. Looking at what this means for the Chargers is a big deal. Brian Daboll is very experienced, has several Super Bowl rings under Bill Belichick when he used to work for the Patriots, whether he was an assistant offensive coach or a positional coach for the New England Patriots, and he has also won a national championship as the offensive coordinator for Alabama in college football under Nick Saban. So the dude has some experience. He's definitely been with some of the greatest coaches of all time, and he's ready to take a team on his own, and he's proven to be a possible Super Bowl team this year with Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills. So, Chargers fans, while you might not like the Buffalo Bills, you might want to see them win just because you know the coach you're getting can win a Super Bowl when he's the offensive coordinator, likely meaning it might transfer over to when he's a head coach of a new team. But overall, this is going to upgrade the Chargers offense to an extreme amount. Justin Herbert, in my opinion, is arguably already a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. The dude I think deserves Rookie of the Year. Is a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, which is practically unheard of for a rookie. Most rookie quarterbacks have a 2-to-1 ratio, if not a 1-to-1 ratio. I mean, I believe Tua Tagovailoa has 11-to-5 touchdown ratio. That just puts a perspective there. 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, creating more than right around an average of 2-to-1 ratio. So it just shows how good Justin Herbert is, having 34 passing touchdowns this season, breaking the all-time passing touchdowns by a rookie, breaking the total touchdowns by a rookie quarterback, and he's played one less game than a whole full season. He's played 15 games this season. So really, top 10 quarterback with a bad coach in Anthony Lynn. You get him the right coach, such as Brian Daboll, has a huge offensive mind. He can take pretty much any team he's been with to success and to an upgrade. He might become a top 5 quarterback instantly. It might be an MVP race instantly. It might sound bold, but I think Justin Herbert is special talent. When you give him the right coach, he can be a top quarterback in the league. If not already, I think he'll go on to win MVPs and Super Bowls. So, looking at what else they have, Austin Eckler, of course, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. They had the offense already there. It's clicking. They just need to, work out the kinks, work out the chemistry, get Herbert a little more experience. That's probably the only thing he's lacking right now. He's got the confidence in the pocket. He's got the size of quarterback. He's got the accuracy. He's got the arm strength. The only thing he's lacking is really experience. And even that, it's really not affecting his game by any means. Every game Justin Herbert's really played in the season, he's brought his team to a position where he could go toe-to-toe with any team, such as he's gone toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. He's put his team in positions where they should win the game, and they end up losing it, whether it be the Chargers kicker missing a field goal, forcing an overtime, whether it be the defense giving up a stop on the last down of the game, whether it be Justin Herbert's receiver dropping the ball in the end zone that cost him a win. So I think there's about 6 or 7 of those games where the Chargers have just been 1 or 2 plays away from turning the game around, and they finished 7-9 this year. You give them just half of those 6 games where they're just 1 play away, and they're a 10-6 team. And I think with the right coach, he could work out those kinks where the defense has a better understanding of how to stop the not give us so many points. Might get a new kicker in. The receivers might have a new game scheme to catch the ball, score more points, and I think this Chargers team is going to escalate and become a Super Bowl team right away. Yes, that's bold. However, the talent on this team is insane. Like I said, between Herbert, Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. Got Hunter Henry also as a tight end. However, I'm not sure if they will re-sign him. He will be a free agent coming up in the draft, depending if they re-sign Hunter Henry or not. Kyle Pitts could be an attractive receiver / tight end for the Chargers. Amazing talent coming from Florida, Kyle Pitts for sure. I think the Chargers should definitely take a look at him. However, I think Hunter Henry can get the job done. Is very efficient and productive for the Chargers and exactly what they need. A great red zone target. That's what Herbert needs for sure. On the other side of the football, Brian Daboll, as we know, is an offensive guy, so I'm not sure how he will do being a head coach and controlling both sides of the football, offense and defense. I'm not sure how his defensive skills are. I'm sure obviously if he's gonna be a head coach, he knows something. I'm sure he could get the job done. However, the biggest thing isn't even coaching the defense, it's getting that defense healthy between Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa, Casey Hayward, Derwin James, Desmond King, not Trey Flowers, sorry. Casey Hayward, Chris Harris Jr., Desmond King, who they traded actually, and Derwin James, Joey Bosa, like I said, Melvin Ingram. Great talent on that team. They got a pass rush. They got big names on the pass rush. They got big names in the secondary. However, that team is never healthy. Really, any team, no matter how good they are, if you're not healthy, you're not going to win. I mean, look at the 49ers this year. They went to the Super Bowl last year against the Kansas City Chiefs. This year they got hurt. They lost Jimmy Garoppolo, Raheem Mostert, Nick Bosa, Richard Sherman, Ezekiel Ansah. List goes on and on. If you don't have a healthy team, you're not going to win, no matter who is on your backups, who's your second string. No practice squad is going to become a Super Bowl team. So therefore, it's not even Brian Daboll fixing the defense. It's Brian Daboll trying to keep the defense healthy. Clearly, he does not control that. However, that is a big factor for him coming in and trying to create success. But really, Brian Daboll is set up for success. The Chargers are set up for success. They finished the season 7-9. Not great. But you got a rookie quarterback who's going to be your quarterback for the next 15 years. You finish on a 4-game win streak. Doesn't matter what your overall record is in the NFL when you finish a season. If you go into the offseason on a hot streak and on a high note, that is good progress. That is something to look forward to on the offseason and give the Chargers motive and have something to work with heading into 2021. I think between the draft and the little bit of cap space they have, I think it's around 25 million, 30 million if I'm not mistaken. They can pick up some O-linemen, pick up an extra weapon, and pick up an extra defensive player. Sounds like a lot, but they really are about probably 3 solid starters away, probably an extra tackle to protect Herbert, an extra receiver for Herbert to throw to, an extra defensive player to create a stop, and that is a Super Bowl team. Yes, that's bold, especially when you have Patrick Mahomes in the same division as you and you're going to play him twice a year. However, I think Justin Herbert can go toe-to-toe with him like we've seen him do this season with a bad coach, bad kicker, and an unhealthy team. You fix those 3, and Justin Herbert could definitely take a game away from Patrick Mahomes and go on to make a deep playoff run. I like the Chargers making the playoffs next year. I like Brian Daboll being a great fit for the Los Angeles Chargers. He was probably my number 1 pick for them, coaching position-wise. Otherwise, it probably would have been Eric Bieniemy, and the only reason I liked him so much is because him being on the Chiefs team, anytime the Chargers would be playing the Chiefs, Eric Bieniemy obviously knows the Chiefs inside and out. That could give the Chargers an edge when they face them twice a year or in the playoffs. So overall, when you're getting rid of a bad coach, Anthony Lynn, at 7-9, and bringing a new head coach, I think you're already looking at 10-6. I think you get an unhealthy defense and look at a healthy defense. You're looking at 10-6 at minimum, and you get a different kicker who can actually make field goals when the pressure's on, and you're looking at 10-6 minimum. So adding up all these things, a healthy team, an extra weapon, extra protection, extra coach, better coach, you're looking at 10-6 at the very minimum for the Los Angeles Chargers next year. Yes, that's bold. Everything I've said in this is pretty bold, but I'm very bullish on the Chargers, and I think they'll make a deep playoff run next year, and Brian Daboll is a perfect fit for them. Back to the question of the day, I asked which Los Angeles Chargers player has the most receiving yards for them in franchise history. The answer was not a receiver, it was a tight end. You guys know the dude, Antonio Gates, one of the best tight ends in football history. He's leading the Chargers in all receiving yards, and they've had some talent between Vincent Jackson and Anthony Miller, and even Keenan Allen is eventually going to catch up to Antonio Gates in time if he continues to play with the Chargers. But right now, Antonio Gates is the leader in receiving yards for the Los Angeles Chargers. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. 2-minute warning.